Hello class, today we will take up the definition of economics given by Adam Smith. He gave the wealth definition of economics. Now, before we start with the definition, its features and criticisms, we must also understand and keep in mind the time when Adam Smith had given this definition. Now, this was the time when the steam engine was developed. James Watt had made improvement on it. Industrial revolution was at its peak, and all the nations were busy acquiring more and more wealth in order to make their countries stronger. So it was the mercantilist era. Mercantilists are the people who want to make their state strong by generating trade surplus, means by exporting more. So it was at this time when Adam Smith had given his definition. He systematically had explained about economics in his work in the year 1776, and his work was an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations. So, in this book, he had given the concept of economics. Now, Adam Smith had also given the concept of invisible hand. Now, he says that when a man rationally decides about his interest, so in that competition, he creates welfare of the entire society. So, for instance, there's a baker who bakes the bread and sells. Now, he is baking and selling bread not for the welfare of the people in the society, but for his own interest because he wants to earn a living out of that. A person who buys it from him, he is buying it for his self interest. He is not buying because he wants to give money to the baker. He is buying the bread because he wants to have it. So everybody in the society, they do certain activities for their own self interest, and in doing so they are promoting human welfare in the society. So this is called as the Smithian invisible hand. That means the market forces automatically adjust themselves. Now, Adam Smith has defined economics as a science that inquires into the nature and causes of wealth. That means he studies that what are the causes of wealth of a nation. So the features of the definition are, the first feature is that economics is the study of wealth. Study of wealth here means that how do people earn money and how do they spend wealth? How do they earn money and how do they spend the money? Second feature says causes of wealth. Now, he inquires that what are the causes that lead to increase in the wealth of a nation. So according to Smith, a nation can increase its wealth by producing more goods and accumulating more goods. Now, goods, keep in mind the word goods. He's not talking about services. That means he's talking only about material things, not the immaterial things. Material things are those things which can be seen and touched. Immaterial, like services of the doctors, lawyers, teachers, these cannot be seen and touched. So he has not kept the services under the concept of wealth. So by causes of wealth means here he studies that what are the causes that lead to increase in the wealth, and he says that production and accumulation of the wealth increases the wealth of a nation. And he considers man as an economic man who is aware of his self interest. He knows that how can he increase his material gain by and he can increase his material gain by acquiring more and more of wealth. So Adam Smith has given the concept of an economic man who is aware about his self-interest. Now, because of these features, because of too much emphasis on the study of wealth and economic man, the definition of Adam Smith has been criticized by various economists. Now, what are the criticisms? The first criticism is that Smith has laid too much emphasis on materialism. That means he has made man into an economic man who, and the other values of life, like love, sympathy, etc., had been ignored over here. He says that all the efforts that man directs toward is to attain happiness. So, happiness is the end of all the human efforts. He does not only work to acquire wealth, he works or he puts an effort in order to be happy. So the other values of life has been ignored. Too much emphasis has been laid on the materialism. The second criticism is that he has narrowed the view of wealth. He has taken wealth to be only the material things. Material things are those things which can be seen and touched. So goods have been kept under the study of wealth, whereas services of the teachers, lawyers, doctors have been kept out of the study of wealth. So he has narrowed the view of wealth in economics. The next criticism is that he has given a secondary place to man. The entire emphasis or focus of Adam Smith is that how do nations acquire and grow their wealth? And in doing so, he has kept the man to a secondary place, whereas the aim of all the studies, anything that we study, be it biology, physics, all these things are done keeping in mind or in order to promote the human welfare. So by giving a primary place to wealth, he has been criticized. And the other thing is that Adam Smith has ignored the problems which may arise because of the scarcity of the resources. We know that the resources are limited, they are scarce, and the economies face problem because of the scarcity of resources. Like I explained to you in the last video, if you talk about milk, milk is scarce in supply and they have alternate use. So this scarcity will lead to the problem of choices. So the problem of scarcity has been ignored by Adam Smith. So on these bases, the definition of Adam Smith has been criticized. I hope this is clear to you all. In the next video, we will take up the definition given by Marshall, the welfare definition. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.